Hello, I'm Michel Satie. I'm technical consultant in the mainframe division at Broadcom, and this video shows you how to restore a dropped object with CA log analyzer for Db2. The agenda, an overview of CA log analyzer for Db2, the drop object recovery feature in detail. After that, we will do a demo and a summary. CA Log Analyzer is a powerful product that analyzes Db2 logs on the SMF record to aid in auditing data changes, recovering data, backing out errant updates without impacting application availability, and migrating changes to other subsystem or relational database management systems. You can provide a lot of reports, audit reports, SMF audit reports. You can generate undo SQL. You can generate redo SQL. You can have detailed information about recovery, and you can recover dropped objects. And in this video, we will focus on this last feature. Let's take a look on this feature, dropped object recovery. As a DBA, you may be sometimes facing the situation where one or more objects in your critical database were dropped. Sometimes, even with the option restrict on drop, does not help to prevent this very bad situation. And it's critical for you to get the object recovered as soon as possible. And CA Log Analyzer offers an automated and easy-to-use way to recover dropped objects to its original state. What do you have to do to recover a dropped object? To recover a drop object, first you have to recreate the object by generating and submitting the DDL. But you need to determine the ID of the dropped object on the newly created one, because the ID may have changes. You also need to generate and submit the recovery job to recover the tables from the last image copy. The next step is to generate the data changes from the log and apply them to the recovery object. Finally, you have to recover the statistics and rebind the affected packages. All these steps can be done automatically by a single CA Log Analyzer job. After that, you will be able to recover your database, your tables. How CA Log Analyzer for Db2 can help you in such situation? It's very simple. All you need is to specify the object type, database, table space, table, the object name, obviously, and the approximate time range when the object was dropped. That's all. You have other options saved in your profile, allows you to adjust the drop object recovery process to your needs. You have to rebuild indexes. You can include rebind packages. You can recover statistic or generate a run stat. Of course, you take an image copy after the recovery, and you decide to delete or keep temporary datasets using during the recovery process. Now we are doing a demo of the dropped object recovery feature. For this demonstration, I create a database, dbcomp, with 2 table spaces, 2 tables, tbhump, tbdep, 1 index, and tbhump. I inserted rows into the 2 tables. I made a full image copy. After that, I insert 2 rows in table tbhump, and I drop the database dbcomp. Now the environment is created. We can see the database, the 2 table spaces, and the 2 tables. We have inserted some record in the 2 tables, tbhump and tbdep. And of course, we have taken 2 full image copies for each table space, tsdep and tshump. After the image copy, I insert 2 rows in the tbhump. Now, we drop the database dbcomp. What to do now to recover the dropped object? Here, it's the main menu of CA Log Analyzer. And to recover a dropped object with automated dropped object recovery, I have to select the option, dropped object recovery, option D. On the next panel, I have to specify the drop object type, DB, database, the name of the database, dbcomp, and we have to specify the approximate time range of when the object was dropping in the time of drop section. We have also additional options. So I put yes in miscellaneous options, and I go through the next panel. Generate statistics option. Specify here to include a step to recover statistic from the Db2 log. If you specify yes, to include a step that executes a run.stat.db2 online utility from the recovered object at the end of the recovery process. Generate rebind. Yes, to include a step to rebind all packages invalidated by the drop of the object after the statistics are generated. DDL SQLID. S as schema, so that the create statements to recreate the object use the same SQLID that was used to drop the object. Image copy after recovery. Specify yes to create a second image copy of the object after the recovery completes. Image copy DS name. You specify the name of the image copy. And now you press PF3 to continue. Now we are ready to generate the GCL. If we want to have a preview of the GCL, we type P. This option displays the job's complete GCL in an edit session. If you put D, you place the job in a dataset listed in the output dataset specification section of the screen, just below. Or you can submit the job to the internal reader. When the job is submitted, a message giving the job name and the job number will be displayed. So here we choose the P to preview the JCL. You can see the different steps. The first steps, undo DDL, will generate undo DDL of the dropped objects. The next step, run DDL, will execute DDL to recreate the dropped object. The recover step will run a DC1 copy to recover the object to the latest image copy and apply the log. The step take ICS will take a full image copy of the recovered object for each object, of course. The step CLC stats will collect the dropped object statistic information for the CR recover statistic utility. And the last step, rec stats, run CR recover statistic utility. Now you have just to submit this job and it's done. Now we can check that the two tables have been recovered. If we take a look on the table TB-amp, we can see that the two new employees that we added just before the drop are in the table. We have seen in this video how CL Log Analyzer for Db2 is an easy-to-use solution to recover dropped objects immediately. All you need is to specify the type and the name of the drop object and the approximate time range when the object was dropped. That's all. Everything else is managed by CL Log Analyzer for Db2. Thank you for your attention.